to the first in a series of tutorials that I will be posting on our YouTube channel. Obviously, if you want to make some three-dimensional text, you need to have some text in order to make it three-dimensional. So to first get our text, we want to hit T on the keyboard if you love using key commands. And you're just going to tap over here in the canvas, type in a title, preferably spell it correctly, and hit escape to leave the text editor. Next, you just want to line it up a bit, and you can see that this is completely flat. If I turn it using the three-dimensional position editor, it is totally flat. There's absolutely no depth. So if we wanted to give this text some depth, we're going to want to go over to this button, which creates a replicator, that is L on your keyboard, and you're greeted by this lovely explosion of letters. But last I checked, we're not trying to make an explosion here. If I wanted that, I would make a particle emitter. So we're going to want to check this box that says 3D next to it, and go under Shape and select Box. That gave it the depth we're looking for, however we still have an explosion. So we're going to want to drag these sliders down to 1, not 0, because then there's nothing there. However, you can see these layers here. You do not want to see these layers, so take your rank slider and bring that up to 20. You can make that as high as you want, however, if you start going past 50, your computer won't be able to render it. So, once you've done that, you'll see that we have these nice layers, but it's going to be a little too thick. So we're going to want to go down to size, this little triangle here, and drag the depth slider back to the left until you can actually read the text easily. So now you can see that it has some significant depth. The only issue is that when you move the text, you can still see the layers if you look at it from the direct side. So you just want to keep that in mind whenever you're using three-dimensional text with Replicator. Now, as you can see, while it does appear to have some depth, it's still kind of difficult to make out that optical illusion. So you're going to want to select your text down here, and you're going to want to make an outline, and it can be whatever color you like. For some reason, I want to make it fluorescent green right now. And let's make it a little thicker with some blur. And let's reduce the opacity. Maybe a little less blur. So now, you can see that it looks even more three-dimensional. And if we turn it, it does have some depth. Just remember, do not turn it all the way to the side, or you'll see the individual layers. So now you have some nice three-dimensional text. You can do with what you like here. And if you want to turn this into some kind of template or generator, you can just go under File, select Publish Template, and then it will ask for a few bits of information. Just call this 3D text. And let's give it a category under My Templates, under My Theme. We're going to want to make it a generator, and then you would just hit Publish, and that would basically be that. You would have it, it would publish into Final Cut, and if you published certain parameters, like what the text is, the color of the outline, that kind of stuff, then you can edit that in Final Cut. And so that is how you make three-dimensional text.